Misery is caused by natural calamities. So this material world which Krishna has enshrined it with, that this is dukhalayam ashashvatam. It is not just miserable, it is temporary. If in case we get little pleasure anywhere, Krishna says, sorry, it's temporary. And we are the contents within the jar. So the entire material world is like the jar of the mixer grinder, the trita, and now it's not just three, but there are other four also: birth, old age, disease, and death. So it comes to 7. 3 plus 4, 7. A blade. 7 blades of this jar. We the contents inside. And Kalyuga is what? Mixer has levels. First level, second level, the top level. Then there is a top level. What is called the third level over here, or the fifth level? Some mixers, they have on the fifth level. So Kalyuga is like the top here, the top level. We are all contents within, being blended, not for some shake, for someone's pleasure that will be relished. Maya Devi is just mixing us. Therefore, another example which I give is that we living in this material world in Kali Yuga, we are all like mixed vegetable being cooked. Mixed vegetable being cooked. Some of us, like in a mixed vegetable, sabzi. What all sabzi generally you find? Peas, green peas, cauliflower, potato, carrot, beans, and like that. So we are all having our different flavors. Some are like cauliflowers, some are like potatoes. They are seen everywhere. Potatoes are everywhere. Some are like green peas. Some are like carrots. And we are all like, in a kadhai, in a big cooking pot, a wok. And we are being cooked. And the fire is full on. The fire is full on. So sometimes we find that we are, when we come listen to these kind of classes, that material world is dukhalaya, a gallbladder example, kidney, this stone, that stone, asashvatam. Oh my God. Make us so afraid. Because we, in that mixed vegetable, are still on the top. The stirring is going on. We are the one cauliflower or that potato which is still on the top, which has not reached the bottom of the pot. So when it reaches the bottom of the pot, usko baad mein chakka lagta hai. So sometimes we find that we are on the top of all the others. And the heat is not that much. And it's, in fact, the heat is like, in Maharashtra there is a thing called shekoti. You just, it's like a bonfire. The sophisticated word is bonfire. So when people, especially in the winter season, when they have bonfire, they sit around the bonfire. What do? They just warm themselves. But imagine if you are thrown inside that bonfire. You get the full effect. So we get that warmth when we are just on top of everyone else, not directly facing the heat. But then, few years we are like that on top, we are like that cauliflower of that mixed vegetable on top, and then Maya Devi, she's the cook. And she has the ladle which is stirring because the quantity is so huge. And then after a few years or sometimes after lifetimes, when we come down and then someone who was at the bottom comes up on the top. So we are at the bottom now, and we are directly in contact with the hottest part of the pot. And then someone else is again on the top, looks at us. You suffer now. Not knowing that soon another stir of Maya Devi again. So this is what is happening. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jathare shayanam. This is what is happening. Sometimes we are on top thinking that yes, there is nothing going wrong, everything is going my way. And all my plans, I am fulfilling all my plans, all my ambitions. Srimad Bhagavatam explains this is like when a rat is making its own house. I don't know how many times you have seen a rat over here in this country. Have you seen rats over here? You know, rats in India, you'll find how they make their holes. That's what, you know, their mansions are. According to them, the version of their mansion is the bigger, the deeper the hole, the costlier the mansion. So rats, they are busy. They are busy making those rat holes for their living. And some of those rats, they have many different holes all over the city. Some they will have the railway tracks. You know, that's like, you know, a busy area. Some of them they'll have some little hill here and there. You know, so like how some people, you know, they have some apartments in the city, some apartments in some hill station, like rats. One apartment here, one hole here, one. And what does the snake do? The snake simply waits. You finish your building of your house. And the rat works hard, slogs hard, making those holes. Because snakes also, they live in holes. But they don't make their own holes. They allow the rats to make houses for them. So the snake waits, you finish. Because you will be by dinner and your house will be my bedroom to sleep after I have my supper. So, Srimad Bhagavatam explains that time, Kala Sarpa, it's called Kala Sarpa, that the serpent of time is waiting for materialistic people who are like rodents, busy, slogging hard, just to make so many holes here and there. So, Dukhalayam Sashvatam. So, this is the example given. Now, how do you define a problem? Sorry about that image. Who is comfortable? Who is in discomfort here? Sometimes the solution in your life might be the problem for someone else. What do you say? And vice versa. Someone else's problem might be your solution. Like, the food industry. If you ask the different kinds of professionals, what are they always dreaming about? If you ask the doctors, what are they dreaming about? The doctors are dreaming that when will you all fall sick? Big business. If you ask a doctor, how is your practice going on? If he says, very nice, what does that mean? If a doctor says that my practice is going on very nice, what does that mean? Which means people are becoming more and more sick. So a doctor, he prays. You should not. But if he really wants to be successful, a doctor prays that people they fall sick. The cosmetic industry, they pray that you should look more and more ugly. Is it not? The food industry is praying that you should remain hungry always, so that they can make bucks. It's only one profession. They always pray that you should be in prosperity. The thieves. The thieves, they always pray, may you prosper, may you become more and more wealthy. कितने अच्छे शुभचिंतक हैं हमारे वो. Do you think they are our real well-wishers? They are praying for our prosperity. So, when we are talking of problem or a difficult situation, Lord Buddha was asked once, how do you define poison? Very interesting question was asked to him. How do you define poison? In reply, Lord Buddha said, anything excess, which is unnecessary, is poison. Very beautiful answer. Anything which is unnecessarily excessive is poison. One time, typical scene at home. The son is doing his homework. The father is reading the newspaper. The mother is in the kitchen cooking dinner. And the son is asking a question to the father. Daddy, how do wars begin? Because there was a question about the First World War. So, just a curious question to his daddy. Daddy, how do wars begin? Folded the newspaper. He has to explain to the son. He said, it begins with the economy of the country. You have to understand the inflation, the economy, the recession, and how they give rise to. And he was explaining in a very complex manner to the little son. And the wife, she was overhearing. She came from the kitchen. You are explaining to our son such a complex reason for wars. Do you think at his age he'll be able to... What are you doing here? You just go and cook inside. And you mean to say I am your cook here? I have married you just because of cook? And then both of them, they start having a heated argument. And the son was looking, both of them. And the son said, Daddy, I have come to know how wars begin. So when we are talking of how will you define a problem? How will you define a problem? Okay, let's see. What's your take on this? What do you say? How will you define a problem? Or is it just me?
Which is common to everyone.
Which is common to everyone.
Any situation which cannot be solved.
Any situation which cannot be solved. Very good. Yes.
Or situation of discomfort.
Situation of discomfort.
It's a mindset.
It's a mindset. What would be a problem for you might be a pleasure for someone else.
No one should want it.
No one should want it. Yes, we have heard good seminars of the Hare Krishnas. Let's look into the dictionary meaning. A matter or situation regarded as unwelcome or harmful and needing to be dealt with and overcome. Unwelcome, harmful, and needing to be dealt with and needing to be overcome. Now, I have a small video for all of you. to watch. This is a very unique problem. And we